Hey guys, what's up? I'm Shreya and welcome back to Sad Soul. Before you continue watching this video, make sure you've seen the previous video in which I taught about the watercolor mixing chart. Using those colors, today we'll make two simple and very basic watercolor sunsets. So let's get started.
So let's see what all do we require. Here I'm using my sketchbook, then paper tape which I've applied on all the four corners, then brushes, water and watercolor cakes. So now I suppose you are here after watching the previous video where we did this watercolor chart, and we will be using these shades of pink and purple in the first sunset that we make. So we start by making a shade of purple the same way we did in the watercolor chart and spread it on the top of the sheet. I have divided the sheet into two so that we can make two sunsets on the same page. And the main purpose to apply the paper tape is so that the color does not leak to the other side and we get a proper border to our painting. With proper amount of water, I've spread the shade of violet and purple. And now moving ahead to the pink color. We add this pink color with the previously done purple. Dab it a little with the water so that it mixes up properly. Don't overdo a lot of water, else your sheet will wear off. Further, as the sheet dries up a little, you can redo some areas, like here I'm doing the purple shade again and then adding the pink one too, as it helps in brightening the color a little. Dabbing it a little with water, we extend the pink color downwards. As with water, the intensity of the color also decreases. Now we add a light shade of blue to the pink, extending the blue towards the bottom and mixing it with pink color with some water. Now adding a slight dark tone of the purple shade to the topmost area, and similarly a slight dark tone of pink too. To get rid of the color separation line, you can dab it a little with water and just mix both of them properly. Now let this dry. Till then, moving on to the next side, we start with the blue tinge, applying color on the top and then extending it with water like we did in the first video. Now adding the yellow tone to the sky and mixing it with the blue area. And further, with the addition of orange to the yellow, we give a slight shape of the sun too. Now with orange and light red, we make it look more like a sunset and then mix it with the upper area with water. In this mixing part, if you apply a lot of water, then the color intensity also decreases and the sheet also tears off. So the best way is to just touch the tip of the brush to the water and then spread it further. Just like the same way I created this sea region, where first I have spread the paint on the top area and then further spreading it with water to the bottom. If you keep applying paint to your brush, the gradient will not be observed and it will just look like a plain blue portion. Now we're creating some waves with just plain blue. Now the ratio of paint is more than water because it will otherwise mix up with the background. So here we are done giving the impression of the waves, and with a tinge of white beneath the wave we make it look a little realistic, and also adding a tinge of white to the sides of the waves so that they look a little in flow of the water. Now we add a little darker shade of blue to the upper ones. Now brightening the sky region with the same tone, light red, then orange, then yellow and then blue. And now here we are done with the basic part of the sunset and further moving to the details. And now with 0 number brush we create some trees and bushes with black paint. Here also make sure that the ratio of paint is more than water so that it does not merge with the background.
So why is it so hard to let you go? Let you go.
And then from the back of the bushes we make an electricity pole and few wires crossing it. And here I'm giving an impression of birds sitting on the wire, where you can just make some small cylindrical shapes or draw them with pen also if you feel like, because here you have to not make a very proper shape of the bird, you have to just give a slight picture of it. And in the end I've added a moon to the sky. And so we are done with the first sunset of ours. Now moving on to the second one. First we'll brighten up the sea waves, where we are adding a darker tone of blue to the upper part of the waves and also merging it with the water flow.
Let you go. So why is it so hard to let you go? Let you go.
And now with some addition of white we just give it a final touch. Now to the bottom of the painting we add an area of land on which we will make some bushes.
So why is it so
So now to make the bushes we use the 00 number brush, where we extend out some bush or grass like things, where to one big bush we extend out some outgrowths, which also makes it look like wheat grass. Here we keep adding some small outgrowths to the stem and also extend out a similar stem to the previous one. And now it's time to remove the paper tape and see how it has come out to be.
So why is it so hard to let you go? Let you go.
Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you make your versions of the sunset, then please send them to me on my Instagram handle @SartSoul. I would really love to see them. Until then, like, share and subscribe and happy watching.